Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this our day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen. My beloved wrestling coach Dan Foley used to do that um, before our wrestling matches when uh, when I was wrestling at Centerville High School. So I was really appreciated that. I didn't happen to be I wasn't um, a Christian at the time, but I really liked it. Okay, great. We've got Bryn on, and we're set to go today. Exciting episode today as we get tear into the 40s here. Um, I've been reflecting. Has there ever been a show where the whole show is for the audience and where the audience has done so much? Um, I mean, it's just shocking with the audience. Like, the I mean, of course, I'm not talking about when I say the greater audience. We've explicitly made this show for the people that are on the show with me. I'm a three-time Magic World Champion, but the show really isn't about me. I definitely add some important things to things and have an important role. But boy, the show is really about Smitty, and it's about Bryn, it's about Lawrence, it's about Jeremy. It's about Adam. It's about Tokyo Gary. It's been really a major part of our community. Brought in a bunch of his friends. Right, we've got DJ Michael Freeman. We've got Michael Finney. So many others that have contributed. Theory. Oh my gosh, Theory was on the most unbelievable tear. He's really the one who, more than anybody else, proved out the whole paradigm of the whole Isengard shuffle sort of framework and paradigm, working with Smitty, of course, but he really tore it open, ranking number 10 and then number 4 on Arena. I think it was back-to-back months even. Maybe it was different, whatever. So just shocking, really impressive. Um, a lot of performance success, but now the blog has blown up. It's so exciting. We'll jump on the blog. Today we're going to return to our traditional format where I'll do a monologue about today. I don't know, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and then of course I'll maybe a little more of an interactive monologue, but sort of my lead kind of point that I have to say, and I have some stuff I'm testing, so that's good. I'll talk about that quickly. We'll talk about the Marvel superheroes. Spoiler: I didn't get the chance to talk overly much about the implications of Thanos. I thought it was an interesting card, and Bruce Banner. Bruce Banner. It says David Banner at the beginning of the TI song, but it should be Bruce Banner. I don't know why he didn't do it. But anyways, Rubber Bandman, I think it was. So we're gonna have some fun today. I met with my mom last week when I was in DC or whatever, and she actually gave me this. This is kind of nifty. It's a photo that she has of me from the Playboy Mansion.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
yeah, it's the Playboy Mansion in the background. So it was a few years after I was on MTV, and um, uh,
Beverly Hills.
yeah, Beverly Hills. It's on the same lawn. It was a great shot. So we did kind of when we did Stoppernet, the $14 million launch in 2006. Uh, that wound up wrapped up in a Playboy Mansion party that I did a lot of the marketing for, and that I did. We hosted a boot camp there with Mystery, which was really successful. I mean, the people that attended it really loved it, and so anyways, that was me at the I had my own party there, so that was a lot of fun. But it's also a new world. Actually, I got this the other day. So this is a little boo boo. These come out of these little blind boxes, and I think that this emerged from Magic. Really, um, I wanted to be into sports cards when I was young, and even football was on the uptick. They had just had a really great draft class when I started collecting. So that was the terrific draft class where Troy Aikman and Deion Sanders, who is of course incredible, Barry Sanders, a bunch of superstars, were in that draft. I'm sure there's others, but anyways, and there was some amount, if you got the score, I think it was like the score 96 set, or I don't remember the exact year that it was. But one of those years that was a pretty good set. That was a pretty good year, and there was some collectability to it. But Magic, and Smitty can tell you this because he was at the era. Magic and then Pokemon really brought collectibles. There was Beanie Babies, but they were a little niche, a little bit like they weren't really in the mainstream where the kind of the golden era of the end that Smitty and I put together with David Mills back in say the year 1999 or so. uh, right around then, we were the by far the most popular thing with the youth of Charlottesville. It was completely out of control, and a big part of it was the collectability of the cards. But of course, we did some things culturally, which we're doing here, and we're really just breaking ground on now, just getting started on the foundation stuff. But anyways, so this is a little boo boo, and it's nifty. They of course they dressed it up to be a little bit like a like a BattleTech. I don't know, like a little what is it recently that they're doing? Fallout has been on Netflix. That's been a hit show on Netflix. That has like a little bit of a futuristic element to it, cyberpunk element. I don't know. But anyway, so they made these collaborations. These come out of these blind boxes, and it's so much more of an imaginative world. I positively attribute Japan, the Japanese culture, and now in its own way, musically, Korea with pushing, like really injecting like a lot of energy and a lot of like valuable stuff into the culture, like surrounding the whole, because they did K-pop Demon Hunters and stuff like that. I really, really welcome this stuff. I think that things, as we said with this show when we put it together, it's really about friendship, like in so many ways. Oh, Jeremy Rose is on now. Exciting. Um, Panelist. Awesome. Jeremy is our new editor in chief of our news division under Smitty's watchful eye. We've got Bryn is of course, editor of our badass blog. We have Bryn's badass blog, and boy, is it badass! Can't wait for you guys to see it today. Lawrence, of course, has been the archivist for lawofimplication.com and the Law of Implication YouTube channel for a while in ways that boy, by the way, I got reports from David how much that's been making a difference. Just, you know, of course, David and I have done, we've done many things at big scale. I was on MTV before that. After that, we did, giant launches and stuff like that at every kind of, step in the road. Like that's, you know, Jeremy said Entourage. Yeah. Like that was, yeah. Yeah. I mean, it could have been seen from Entourage in a lot of ways. That I actually had my own Playboy Mansion party. I wasn't going to somebody else's Playboy Mansion party with my band, all that kind of stuff. It was cool. But it was, it was a moment in time in the middle of things. We can scale up big. OMG, at a certain type of like membership peak in a certain way, was its own kind of spectacle and has a lot of great things about that. I'm so proud of it. Obviously, we're in a different era. These guys here know kind of more than ever because we're breaking some cool ground in OMG. We've got boy, a real ascendant superstar with what we're doing with Nikki, and it's exciting. Ascendant superstar with Smitty, what he's doing culturally, and it's exciting. What it's led to. So, anyways, we have this show, and it's really about the audience. Where the audience is Lawrence, it's Bryn, it's Jeremy, it's Adam, Tokyo, Gary, and so on. Smitty, of course, first and foremost amongst those guys, and on purpose. Ray has the most experience, the most qualified for this type of thing. Great temperament for it. Great, yeah, because we build heroes here. Smitty doesn't want to hog the limelight. It just makes him turn red. he doesn't he doesn't really want it. He's like me. Neither of us really particularly want the attention, but we'll do what we have to do to move things forward. So things are coming together really, really terrific. Um, and I was thinking about, again, there's all these news items out there, right? Like we put our tokens out, and that's news, and that's really cool news, right? People like that. They like our two-sided prepared and unprepared token, and we like our uh, Earthbend token. Really, really, really cool. We have new tokens that we're planning coming up as well. But then, there's news, of course, outside the magic secrets in the law of implication world, OMG world. Like I said, there's new new products that are, kind of adjacent. This is the type of thing that we might have carried at the end, with the game store, the original version of the game store that we'll be coming out with in the relatively near future, and that we're building around. Oh, I also I didn't want to forget we have nice news on the horizon. I've been Pat Chapin texted me a few days ago, and he asked to mail me a copy of his new book that's upcoming. I know that Adam has already joined in as a jump starter for it. I'm really excited. David Mills and I helped Adam put together, or helped Pat put together one of his first, really mega successes with Next Level Magic. That was Next Level Magic was essentially the first version of Magic Secrets after Magic Secrets. Obviously, we're coming out with the second version of it, but it was David's shortcuts with Patrick's examples instead of my examples, because Patrick's were more contemporary. And Patrick and I actually at that point had just, that was like right around when there was the Gabriel and Steve top deck with the, a cool ultimatum deck that Patrick and I had built. Um, and of course, there was other people involved. We had a great deck testing team at that point. But irregardless, and of course, that's all, kind of newsworthy stuff. But when I was in Washington, D.C., and when I was walking around, one of the biggest gripes was that not only is it hard to find news, but even the few fleeting resources that are out there, a lot of them are decaying and shutting down. And, Lawrence, you heard about that. When we were walking the floor, a lot of people felt like news was a real pain spot, a real sore spot. And so, uh, so we've been able, we're very fortunate that we have, uh, uh, Jeremy involved here, and we want to be able to organize these news events when Patrick Chapin's, book unveils, and when it comes out, we want to cover that, on our blog. But Bryn has done such a good job with the blog, and of course, that's been a leadership thing because so many other people have been absolutely, yeah, exactly, Bryn. Yeah, because this, I mean, without the blog, it just couldn't happen. It just couldn't happen. It couldn't have flowed forward the way it is now. Um, Adam and I put extensive work into Commander last week, and Adam put together a whole deck list that we hope to unveil. But the only place that deck list would make sense at this time for us to have, anyways, is on the blog. And so that's something that we've been working on. There's a number of posts that we will be covering today. Smitty's got some terrific results. We've got a lot of blog posts today. Again, the guys will be kind of covering it. Like once I kind of complete my monologue, I sit out of the way for at least half an hour to give the guys space to, because there's so much going on, and otherwise it would just not get recognized. I want you to see the blogs. I want you to see some of the testing that we're doing right now. It's exciting. Smitty's blowing it up right now in testing. Yes, so many winning decks. If you pick a winning deck, any winning deck, Smitty's got it for you. But we've got that documented on our blog. If we don't document on the blog, it doesn't happen. But the blog has been such a success at scale, right? Like David Mills' plan is that if something's going to work on the large scale, it'll work on the small scale. And that's how he builds, big things. He builds something meticulously very, very well and we think of it as a right scale that has an appropriate amount of energy and interest and feedback and potential, right? That is documented in a way that it can be valuable to future generations if we can, right? They can build things. Smitty was talking about how we also wanted to acknowledge that David Williams is commenting for the World Series of Poker right now. David, of course, Ascendant superstar in Magic the Gathering. Dear friend of mine, I was texting him the other day. And he's a new daughter, so that's wonderful. Congratulations. He's very happy about it. That's great.
So cute.
So cute, right?
She's so freaking cute.
Yeah, she's super cute. Yeah, he sent us a picture. That was really nice. Um, so, uh, so yeah. This, there's this news out there, and we're capturing it very well on the blog. But there's also a certain format, with news that people are used to from newspapers, news websites, that have news articles that are again different. Some of this might coincide. Some of this might be blog posts, but some of them might be just kind of static pages that are news pages that organize these events, place them in their time. And there's just always been a place in the world for news, and there's yet there's no ESPN for Magic. And in fact, I would point out there's no ESPN for Labubu, little mech things coming out, and Pokemon, and the One Piece game. And there's just so many interests that are out there. And again, we're doing this uh, to help encourage you to assume you're kind of like what we think of as your natural role as a hero, right? We think that if you're here, you're probably hero interested, and we're about building heroes, and heroes have to have brands. There's all kinds of heroes. There's creative heroes. I think of people like how Tim Burton and Johnny Depp have worked together on all these great movies, and it's just been great, right? And then of course they've worked on their individual projects that have done very well as well. And so that that to me is a heroic. It's a type of heroics. It's inspirational. It's great. And so with Magic Secrets especially, we want this to be a great proving ground, friendship for people together and meeting each other, and understanding what friendship is, and being great friends. And then separately, we want to have something separately, but also we really work together. Is we want to have something where things are very available and we can really build heroes, right? Where we can level up. There's all kinds of things that we know about um, uh, money getting online. It's just incredible. That I could spend hours face to face with my clients, and they're very, very happy with me, with my results. They just want more. With the things that I'm doing that have to do with my brand, years and years and years of back-to-back results with this. But we also have something right now that's very kinetic, right? Very effective, and it has to do with AI. It has to do with business and connecting AI and business and SEO, and the other meta things that matter a lot: paid advertising, SEO, and so on. So it's exciting. It's an exciting time to be involved, and so I'm excited to introduce that we do have a news division, and that's actually going to be anchored on the homepage of magicsecrets.com starting in the near future. And that's a root idea from Smitty. Smitty really wanted to have this. We've been looking at it for a while and evaluating for a while. Early last week, really became obvious that Jeremy had a lot of insight when it came to this, and so that's something that's on deck, and that really rounds up. Besides the fact that I'm trying to main deck more flood pit drowners. It's important to remember that when new cards come out in Magic, that it opens up like channels and stuff like that. And of course, Smitty's been bringing up flood pit drowners as well. So I would like to point out, and I'll kind of bring this up more on the second half of the show. The one thing I want to do before I leave is to discuss the kind of implications of Bruce Banner and Thanos before I kind of, and then of course I return once the guys do their segment, and then we kind of help wrap up the show together, kind of all on one page. But okay, quick look into the implications of things. So you guys are seeing Thanos, Mad Titan, is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Great. Yep. Okay. Gosh, I wish he had green in his casting. Right? Instead of one of the other colors, any of the other colors, please. Because then we could cast him turn two off of an elf, right? The biggest problem with him is that for shuffle, he's just never he's in the same cost category as Mr. Green. So he not might as well cast cost 4 exactly, but it's a bummer. There's other decks where, but I don't think that there's any way in standard that I can think of to get this guy in play on turn 2. I mean, outside of discard and reanimate or something like that, but in terms of just casting it. So that makes him very tough. Like, I don't think he's going to be a fit for Isengard Shuffle. I don't think he's going to upgrade Isengard Shuffle or kind of primary Merfolk deck. I don't know how much impact he's going to have on green, because it's crazy, right? You know, you see so much that you get out of him. Three casting cost net overall, 4/4 creature, death touch, lifelink, and that's fantastic. I mean, it's really, really good. You know, and he should even potentially be considered in other formats, depending. He's got a cool power up for 6 mana. 5 of them have to be, you know, each of the 5 colors. You put 2 counters on him, choose odd or even, and then destroy creatures. Each other creature with the mana of the chosen quality. So I guess it doesn't destroy him. It's bizarre. Great. I mean, really great card. Maybe he does make it into the deck. Not sure, but I don't think he's going to make it. I like Bruce Banner a lot. We have a lot of depth of cards that we can play in that deck. The first thing I do is try to relate things back. So this is Bruce Banner. Boy, crazy, right? Like you can play him turn 1, turn 2. You can just draw a card off of him. Of course, you know, in standard, you might be dead at that point. So you got to think about that. But I mean, really, you know, you're drawing cards with him. It's great. Once you get to 4 mana, you can draw 2 cards, which I think is just crazy. Bummer that you can only do it as a sorcery, but still it's very powerful. Great transform power. The Hulk is very powerful itself. It's like a really big, nasty creature. But again, I think that probably the direction. Yeah, we'll have to see if something else comes out, but I don't think that will probably change Isengard Shuffle right now based on the new set, but I'm not sure. So we'll see about that. But what I want to do now is give Bryn the screen.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah. Oh, Adam. Oh, and Adam,
Hey.
I wanted Adam to give Adam the chance to talk about Patrick Chapin. You signed up for the whole Kickstarter with him. We've had so much involvement with Patrick over the years, and so I'd love to hear your thoughts on his upcoming book. I'm sure you're excited.
Oh, definitely excited. When I heard about it for the first time, I instantly was like, "Oh, I've got to get involved." I've known Patrick for a long time, although not probably nearly as close as you, but always been a huge
You know him
fan.
personally?
But wanted to just mention, as far as casting him on turn 2, you can drum with him. You know, I certainly can agree that it would be better if he had a different casting cost, but I think flavor-wise, it makes sense, and I see why they did it.
Get him out on turn 2 with a drum?
Sure.
Are you sure? How? How can you get to net 3 mana on turn 2 without a Llanowar?
So,
the
if you play
drum
one,
on the L.
if you play drum with any one casting cost guy, you can, or any guy that you can.
Yeah, but the mana would need to be available. Like we need the mana to be available is the problem. Is there a way to get to it? Maybe what I'm saying is right, and I'm just not seeing it. So give me a combination that gets Thanos out, a specific one, on turn 2.
Give me just a second.
Sure, take your time. Take your time with that. And yeah, once again, we're looking forward to Patrick's book. Okay, so let me let Bryn get control of things, and he can that way he can pull up the block. Go from there. Of course, Smitty and Bryn will go over the events of the week and more. Got a lot to cover. Thanks, guys. And Adam, we can circle around when we get back to my segment. I didn't mean to challenge you on that. I really don't know. Okay, great. Awesome. Into the second segment we go.
Can I share the screen? There we go. Straight onto Arena. So Smitty has been playing, what was it, 8 decks, 8.5-ish, 9-ish decks these past
12.
this past week. 12.
It was 12, but yeah.
So 12 decks and you got the Mythic, and now you're like basically top 400 with 12 decks.
Yeah, it's been super fun. So I guess I'm number 403 right now. That's good.
Yeah.
Whenever you don't play, you sink, and if you lose, you sink, and if you win, you go up. So it's fine.
Yeah.
If you feel motivated to pull up, first Tanuki's balls. Tokyo Gary will get the reference.
Hey, Mike, I take it all back. You can't. Sorry.
Okay, not on
I was
turn
even
2.
thinking of a treasure. I was even thinking of a treasure up, but no, sorry.
I was trying to wind it in my mind too, Adam. I thought maybe we could. Yeah, I feel you. So this was the deck that won DC, and I played an absolute pile of matches with it, and had a really hard time losing.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite because stylistically I don't love it, but I love winning, and it's super, super duper effective. And Adam may be able to chime in on his experience with it because he unfortunately got into draw hell and had to play against a bunch of control with a very similar deck, which is
Right.
kind of the roughest spot for it. That and Spelementals, I think, are the rough spots for this guy.
Okay. Yeah, I think we played on June 4th, right? I think on the blog you mentioned I think on June 4th, early evening you started playing, and then a couple hours later, I think you retired. Like, was it 21-3 or was it 23-3 in matches?
I lost 4 games total, 1 match. I don't remember how many matches I played, but I lost 1 match.
Oh, you lost 1 match, so it's like 21-1 or 23-3, or
No.
23-1.
I lost 1 match, so that would be 2 games. And then I lost 2 separate single games during a match. So I think it was a little confusing the way I conveyed it, but I probably played like 15 matches ish.
Okay, so 15-1.
I won 14 of them, and
Nice.
and the cool thing was like most of them were 2-0. Like,
And you
then
had
I
no
lost.
sideboard or almost no sideboard because you were on a mission to see how you could lose.
I ran it with the sideboard for most of the games, and then
Okay.
towards the end I just quit sideboarding. I was like, all right, let's see. And then we lost to Spelementals eventually. But like the
Okay.
deck is just like stupid good. It's so silly. All the synergies like that come into play with Daydream. Parting Gust is way better than it looks. I am still wondering, like, if there was a card I'd change in the main deck, I'd play 1 less Halia because she just seems kind of lame. But like when she gets on her card drawing kick, it's kind of silly. If I changed it, I would probably go up an Aang and down a Halia.
Okay.
But like it's really like it's damn near, and like it's so silly with Riddler and Daydream and Parting Gust, and you end up with this big ass Riddler drawing a bunch of cards, and they're overwhelmed because you have Sage of the Skies too, and practiced offense. Practiced
Right.
offense is a real dumb card sometimes. We'll talk about that a little more in a second.
Sure.
If you feel motivated to. So that's about all I have to say
Sure.
about this deck. If you can pull up Nasty Roid. So Michael Freeman was harping on about. So the 2 reasons I played both these decks was Bryn wanted to know more about the deck that won DC, and I was like, all right, sure, whatever, I'll play it, I guess. And then I just
twisted your arm.
couldn't lose. So it was really fun. And then Freeman was harping about this deck, and I was like, all right, I'll get around, I'll play it, whatever. Why doesn't it have Mockingbird? Why doesn't it have Blue? But it's designed by one of the top
Matt Nass, right?
5. probably one of the top 5 deck builders in the world. Like Matt Nass, Gabriel Nassif, like, you know, you can go down a couple more spots. Like who's better than those guys? Probably it's all just a tie. So this is what Nass played at the Pro Tour and got 4th in. Sorry, he was in the top 4.
Yep.
He is very transparent about his thoughts and plans and ideas. So after the Pro Tour, he went through a rundown of all of his testing on Twitter, and then he also assessed his mistakes in the match.
Wow.
He ended up losing to Nathan, who ended up, I think Nathan won. It was like Nathan and Larson in the finals.
Oh yeah.
They were teammates
Nathan,
playing
yeah.
the same deck, so it was like,
Yeah.
you know,
With the
who,
landfall deck, right?
yeah, the green white landfall. So this
Yep.
is what Nass brought, and this is so much more my style. I love this deck. The only thing I would change about it is I would I don't know, take a mortgage out on my soul to figure out how to put Insidious Fungus in the main, because that's the only thing I ever really want is Artifact. He's in the sideboard, so you can see him over
Oh,
there.
he's in the sideboard. Great.
I would want to fit him in the main, but I'm not Matt Nass, so you know, I can't really critique him too much. Another interesting thing is the interaction with Gear Hulk and Meltstrider's Resolve. It kind of maybe encourages also Sage of the Skies and you get into life with Meltstriders. Kind of
Okay.
maybe encourages trying to figure out a practiced offense in here or two. But the main theme of the deck is you know you're going fast
Yeah.
enough and overwhelming. And there aren't too many good answers that can shut you down. I mean, they can cast board wipes, but like you have
Yeah.
so many good redundant creatures.
Yeah, like board wipes and maybe the spell elementals, the thing that bounces all the non-mer folks.
Elementals struggles because we start 4 keen eyes. So if we have a keen eye,
Right, graveyard. Okay, I get it.
yeah. I mean, if we don't draw a keen eye and or they get there anyway with Hearth Elemental or whatever,
Yeah.
it's tough. But I've both won and lost versus that deck, but I mostly won. But
Nice.
yeah, this was the one I was just pounding through Mythic last night, and it's just ridiculously good.
Nice.
Yeah,
With
I mean,
the Gear Hulk, what do you end up grabbing was, I figure, like half and half, the Seam Rips and the Meltstrider's Resolve, or?
well, quite often you want to grab the Pixie and the Meltstriders,
Okay.
because you can play the Meltstriders and then bounce it with a Pixie, or you can
Right, so you take out 2 creatures that way?
yeah, if you have the space and the mana, you want to grab the Pixie so you can bounce the Gear Hulk and then go get whatever else you might need.
That's funny. So,
Yeah.
that's funny. Okay.
So back when Dan and I were brewing with Gear Hulk, he had a blue, white, green version. And I said, hey, shouldn't we put Nurturing Pixie in here? He said, yeah, but like, when would you ever want that instead of Mockingbird? And I was like, oh, good point. So that's why I kept trying to shove Mockingbird in this deck, which still might be correct, but
Right. How
because
many would you stipulate playing?
yeah,
For sure
you get
2, right? Maybe
a
3?
Gear Hulk instead of a Pixie. Like if you play so let's say you fetch a Nurturing Pixie, right?
Yeah.
Instead you fetch, so then you can bounce your Gear Hulk, right? That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can keep that Gear Hulk in play and Mockingbird it for the same cost as replaying the Gear Hulk, and now you have 2 Gear Hulks, instead.
Right, and one less mana cost, right? Because like otherwise you would have to cast the Nurturing Pixie for one.
Yeah, you would have to cast that, and you'd have to recast the Gearhawk
Right, so you would spend 5 instead of 4. Is that
already,
right?
and the Gearhawk was already on the board, so might as well have 2 ready
Wow.
to rumble rather than
I
2
get
effects.
that.
So that's why we tried really hard to sorry, we being me and my like ghost self, to imagine a world where we could play Mockingbird in it. And then we played the deck a bunch, and if you'll scroll over Abandoned Air Temple,
Um, this one, yeah.
yeah, that one. So that's the main reason that playing 3 colors is harder with this deck. Dan and Michael and I talked about this a bit. Is because the Abandoned Air Temple is really, really good.
Okay.
And it was the card I was most skeptical of initially, as far as not that should it be in the deck, but like why do we have 4?
Uh-huh.
And it just kind of earns it earns its keep. And thus you need to kind of have something like 8 basics like Nas has here, so that it's
Right.
not coming in as a lame duck.
Yeah.
I'm not 1,000% sure that it's not better to cut a couple temples and basics and just live with it when it comes in when it comes in tapped. And
Mm-hmm.
that adding blue isn't a better idea in general, but um, I can't argue with this deck. It's just like just wins and wins and wins and wins.
Yeah. I mean, you've been
Hey,
getting wins and
Smitty,
wins and wins, and Freeman also.
Sorry, Adam, what were you saying?
you can't, just splash the Mockingbird because you've got the Gene Pollinator and the Starting Town. Just maybe cut.
Correct. I would want to have like I could show you I could show you I wish I'd kept it actually. So I put the conversion in the sideboard while I was playing, just to see. But yeah, then I took it out because I wanted to have the actual deck that Nas had. But yeah, it's like something like 4 lands. You can change out 4 lands and then have a very, very reasonable splash. You could maybe go up a pollinator, um, and only change out 3 lands. But yeah, I wouldn't feel super comfy with just 7 sources, but with 10 for a bird, I'd be fine. And that's
You would play green blue lands, right? 4 of them.
say again, please.
You would play green blue lands, right? 4 of them, or
I think I had 1 hallowed fountain, 1 botanical sanctum,
uh-huh.
and 2 breeding pools. As what I was.
Okay.
I don't know.
So
Actually,
one,
I spent way too much time thinking about it to throw it away. I wish I hadn't thrown it away.
sure.
But
So one blue white, one blue green, and then 2 blue green pain lands. Okay.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah. You would take out some. What will you take out?
So we would take out 2 forests, and I don't think I took out any plains.
Mm-hmm.
I think we took out 2
Maybe Temple
forests
Garden or.
and 1. Oh, maybe we took out. I think we took out 2 forests, 1 air temple, and 1 plains actually.
Wow.
Something
Okay.
like, I'm not sure. But yeah, if I want to splash and just take a chance on just 1 bird, we could do it just in this build and just cut something else. And that might
Yeah.
be amazing because you have 7 sources and it's 1 card. You're not exactly relying on that 1 card, but if it does show up as a dead card in your hand, it's kind of annoying. So I think I also thought a lot about playing Unable to Scream, as
Uh-huh.
the Beer Hulk can get it. And what else did I have in blue? It was Unable to Scream, Mockingbird. Yeah, where are my notes? Dang it.
When would you bring this in Unable to Stream? In
Yeah.
the mirror, or what
That
are some
might-
scenarios?
I'm sorry, Brent. Say again, please.
What are some scenarios you would bring in Unable to Scream? Like which
Oh,
matchups?
it's just incredible. It's the only upside to Melt Strider's Resolve in this deck versus Unable to Scream really is the fact that you can recycle the Melt Striders with the Pixie.
Yeah.
But yeah, Unable to Scream just shuts down everything. Like it just
Cobroid, yeah.
yeah, I mean like it's kind of hard sometimes to Melt Striders. You definitely can't see Ripperoid, like
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. Let's see what else. Like some of the landfall cards, like Hydra.
Yeah.
Hydra. I don't know. I'd have to think harder about it, but
I can see that.
I've had
Probably
positive.
also some cards in the Momo deck, right? Probably.
Those are the main two cards that I wanted to kind of try and squeeze in there. I still think it's possible. I might try it now that I've had so much fun playing this version. I might just keep this one and build another with blue in it and see.
Uh-huh.
But I doubt it makes a ton of difference. But also at the same time, like we're looking at these two decks and they're both like, like played by like brilliant geniuses that like went to the top of the field with them. So
Yeah.
the little things can like not having the Savannah in keeper is a big difference. Like, if you drop Mike and David's classic keeper deck, if you drop
Mm-hmm.
other people like Wiseman, etc., would play Savannah. And that was a mistake because there was a lot of land kill back then, and you wanted all your lands to be blue. So we oftentimes reference like don't play the Savannah, and or
Right,
like
that's straight blue, right?
tiny subtleties that make the difference.
Yeah.
And might as well optimize. But yeah, okay. So if you want to, we can fire up a game with this deck.
Okay.
I'd love to show people how smart Matt Nass is. Or not, or we can talk about anything else. It's fine. I saw
Want to play
Jeremy
ranked?
playing some today. What are you playing these days?
Who are you asking? Are you asking me?
Oh, I saw Jeremy was on earlier playing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm still playing Mikey Shuffle.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
I've won a lot of games with that deck. So
yeah, Mikey. I like Mikey Shuffle.
How many Mikeys are you playing, Jeremy?
I do too.
Is it like
I think there's two
somewhere
in the
between
deck.
2 in the deck? Nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice. Any Quandrix Charm in the deck?
Yeah, I have two
In
Mikeys
that
in mine
version?
as well.
not in my deck.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, Quandrix Charm is good though. It's so good.
yeah. I
I
haven't
think,
tried it yet. I'll probably put it in there
Yeah.
and see.
Yeah, I think my win rate increased after, and it was before it was
Nice.
great. Yeah. I think before it was like 70%, and then after it was like 80. So I was like,
It's a
I like
beautiful
that.
card. It's so flexible.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. You want to play ranked, Smitty, or play games? What do you prefer? Smitty?
I muted myself. Go ahead and play ranked because I don't care. We're more likely to get an interesting matchup. Hopefully not like 4-color control that'll take like 20 minutes to win or lose.
Yeah. do we do, Smitty?
It's a very okay draw, so we'll keep it. It's not great, but
Right. Like a Gero, like one of those Gero being another card is probably like more ideal, but
yeah. Well, we can also like we playing 2 Gearhulks isn't terrible, and
whoa.
if oh shit, we're in trouble now. We gotta go try and go fast. All right, Pollinator,
Yeah,
Forest,
you want to play with this forest, right? Yeah.
Forest first, yeah. Next turn we might play the starting tone, but that's a little bit like paranoia. Um,
Wait, how many lands do we have in this deck?
say again.
How many lands do we have in this deck?
24.
24. Okay.
Yeah, it has a lot of lands. All right. We got to play Elf Pollinator.
Right. So forest, elf, pollinator.
Sure. Yep. Because we can still guarantee the starting town will come in, and we'll have
Yeah.
some number of dudes. We'll see. It might be 0. It might be 2.
Oh, I like that.
So we should be able to play Gearhulk into kill their Momo tomorrow. No, sorry, next turn, not tomorrow.
Smitty's planning on a long match, on a long game.
Hold on, is that right? No, we can't. We might not be able to do that. Shiitake
1, 2,
mushrooms.
3, 4.
Yeah.
I think so, right?
No,
we would
because we don't have 2 white, do we? Play the starting town.
Oh, starting. Oh, right. Yeah.
Fudge. Yeah. Okay. So just play Kenai because that's our option, and we'll have to get after whatever's going on next turn. We're not in terrible shape. With 2. Is that a Soul Guide lantern? Yeah. We're not
I
too
think
worried.
Springleaf Drum.
Oh, drum. Sorry. Yeah, that's a pain in the ass. All right. Well, so now we're just gonna target Momo and Gran. First chance we get. We might be too slow. We're probably too slow here. If they cast a Daydream now, we could scoop. But yeah, okay. Yeah, sorry. As predicted. Okay, go ahead and pick them up. We're not gonna win this game. I mean, it's possible. Like I love to play them out, but like not when we're on the stream. All right, so we saw the power of Momo there.
Yeah.
And Daydream and Riddler, like that's just a
Yeah.
both decks.
Because you
What-
cast
what's-
Daydream there, like the Riddler like comes back, right, and they get to draw another card.
I think they get to draw 2 more cards because then they only had 1 card in hand. But yes, it comes back, and it
Wow.
also comes back as a 5/7, just in case.
Oh, like a +1/+1. Yeah.
And then you can also flash back the Daydream. It's a
Oh, it
really,
has a. Oh, wow, it
really
has
good.
flashback.
What does the flashback cost?
Daydream, I think it's 2. It might be 3.
Wow, that's
3.
super cheap.
Oh
Holy
no,
It's 3, but it's ridiculous.
It's 3 because practice offense is 2.
Okay, so it's flashback is white and 2 colorless, or what's the flashback cost? Probably. Right?
Correct. As far as I recall, at least.
White 2 colorless.
Okay, this is a little more fun. We're gonna lead with Temple Garden. This is always a quandary too. It's like starting town or Temple Garden. I think we want to go ahead and pay the cost up front.
Yeah.
Most
I
of
do
the
the same.
time. So
Yeah.
Temple Garden into Elf. And hopefully,
Oh.
we'll see. We'll see what. Oh, Hey, yay! They're playing Lessons. Okay, cool. I mean, Lessons is a great deck, so no shade on Lessons. I'll play Starting Town, Paw Patch, Elf in that order. And now they're gonna play Slick Shot or Otter or something, and we're gonna get to do the Sage Seam Rip thing.
Yeah. Oh, that's dope.
Yay! They did it! Yay! That's awesome. I mean, we still might not win, but like,
So Temple Garden, pay 2 life, then Seam Rip and Sage, right?
yep. And Smish, they're not gonna be happy about this. They're not gonna like it. They
No.
might just scoop now. No joke. They might just scoop. Sage is not good for them.
Especially not 2.
Yeah.
And we have another one here if we get a 1-drop or something. So,
Bye.
or even a 2-drop. We can cast a 2-drop.
They're,
And
they're
then,
gonna quit. They're not gonna play. They're done. How many cards they got? 3. They got 5. Okay. So
Yeah.
yeah, all right. All right. Biblioplex. That makes sense. Stray Catcher. That's something. Got it. Draw
second
some.
card,
Draw almost anything.
Gear Hulk.
Put the dagger in the heart.
Let's see, what are we gonna do?
Oh, combat wise? Oh,
Yeah.
you did draw Gear Hulk.
Yeah.
How sexy are you? All right, so Gear Hulk, using the elf. Is that right?
Uh-huh.
Well, we're gonna play Temple Garden, so it doesn't matter.
Do you want to play Temple Garden? Probably.
Yeah. So just play Gear Hulk. Auto tap's fine because we have Temple Garden, and then we're gonna get Melt Striders.
And then fight against the Hatcher.
Yeah, put it on the hold on. Does Gear Hulk does not have lifelink. So put it on the Sage token. Just
Okay,
in
let's
case.
see, where's Melt Strider? Oh, there it is.
Or we could get grab Melt Striders. 2 of
Which 2 of them? Okay.
them. Yeah. Probably should have grabbed Pixie, but I'm trying to be fast, so I'm dumb.
Temple Garden, pay 1 life or pay 2 life.
Yep.
Cast
And then
this
Melt
one
Strider
on
on the token. Hopefully they don't have a random 3 mana something or other.
Right.
Oh shit! I messed that up. I messed it up. That's my
because
fault.
it has 2, right? Yeah.
That's okay. It's okay. Just attack. Fuck them. My bad. My bad,
No
gentlemen.
worries. No worries.
I mean, the Hatcher's not likely to save them the game, but it might. Bad, Jason. Bad.
Let's see, for sure with the 2 flyers. Do you want to attack with the Paw Patch also?
Of course.
Sweet.
Invite them to kindly block.
Of course, they might have some Palm Spell, but it's kind of like a shitty position to use it.
We'll give them an 18-1, 18 for 1 because we're dumb. Well, I'm dumb. They declined to accept.
Yeah. Bounce? Yeah, I thought so.
So now you guys see how I struggle so much playing magical cards. I'm like,
What do we use the counter on?
what did they target?
The token Sage?
Boomerang Basics or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boomerang
Okay,
Basic.
go ahead and put it on the other Sage. So they've got Bibliotex and Spire Bluff.
Yeah.
I don't really see a scenario where we're in trouble here.
Do we block?
Yeah, I'd block. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, you have Meldstrider Sage if you need it.
Okay, so you're willing to potentially sacrifice the Hulk?
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, they've got 2 cards. If they use all their resources,
Right.
we're in really
If
good
they
shape.
have it, they have it. Okay. On the Sage, right? The counter. They used Burst Lightning on our Gear Hulk.
Yeah, go ahead and put a counter on it.
Ooh.
Nice.
Must have been a mistake on my part. Oops, again. Oh, okay. So you put the counter on the Sage. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, so just cast
Meldstrider into
Meldstrider,
Sage.
Meldstrider on the Draycatcher. Yeah.
Okay, so Meldstrider on the Sage, obviously. On the Draycatcher. Bye bye.
Have anything?
And then, for
Sage.
good measure.
Yep. Yeah, we should have won this game like 5 turns ago. I'm sorry. I played bad.
And then, you want to keep this card in hand for some mystique?
Yeah, hold it. Yeah. Even though we're tapped out. It's a hard. It's a
He
hard.
really,
Could have
he
played.
really needs a heck of a card here.
Good pop patches. It's cool.
Yeah, it's nearly impossible to play well and
Yeah, this is
comment at the
this is
same
how
time.
you win when you're a Bobo. You just have the
Oh,
best
five. Good game.
leaps and bounds.
Great job.
Nice.
Nice.
Well
All right,
done.
great, great commentary, great thorough testing. It's all available on our blog, magicsecrets.com/blog. And when we reorganize the homepage around the news, then you'll still be able to easily reach the blog. And of course, oftentimes we'll be linking to blog stories on the news because
Should be exciting. Exciting
should be really
times.
exciting. Awesome. Great stuff. Great stuff. Number 388. Terrific. Okay. Great week once again. To give people a tip of the hand, or a tip of what I'm doing now is just I'm noticing like a lot more creature decks, and there's a lot of those same type of decks that you were just seeing, the prowess decks. So I've actually been playing with 4 of the stun merfolk, whatever they're called, blue and colorless. What are they called?
Flood
The
pits.
what?
Flood pit drowners. Yeah. Flood pit
Oh
drowners.
yeah. So
Yeah.
it seems like the format right now is your control or your creatures.
Right.
And if you're not a Bororoid and your creatures, you're probably losing. There's
Yeah,
a
you
little
probably
bit of leeway to Reanimator and the self discard decks,
Yeah.
but it's kind of down to 2. It's like Roid or Control.
Reuter control. Great analysis, Smitty. Really appreciate it. Although you also showed with the white deck was absolutely superior, right, in its performance. The Momo deck really performed well as well.
Oh, it's silly good. Sorry, I guess we have to include that one. That's a small niche though, but
Yeah, it's small
unfortunately,
niche.
he won, so people will be picking it up more and more and more and more.
Yeah, and that's exactly the type of thing I expect to see that deck a bit here and there, and that's one of the reasons why I started playing Flood Pitch Drowner. I was reminded I just won a game where I put I copied a Drowner with Drunith, and then I had a Mockingbird in my hand. It was an ugly turn. I won that game. So let's see. So basically, we've long had this in our sideboard. Actually, Theory used to play it a lot in his main deck. It's just one of the terrific things that you can do with Drunith. It just depends on how many creature decks. Of course, it's not dead at all. in the control match because you can at least flash it down, and it's hard for them to kind of predict it and so forth. And then I've currently got it with 3 Cyanic Scouts and 4 Mind Spring because I think that there probably will be enough control that's better, but I don't know. We'll have to see. So this version has less counters. It just has the Quandrix Charms, and then of course the TIE Binders for disruption. But anyways, I've been playing this and mostly beating people up pretty well with it. Okay, it was a terrific show. Once again, I want to go back and just pop back to go to our webinar screen. I want to go back and acknowledge Smitty once again. Great week again. This is awesome. Awesome coverage. Awesome leadership. The blog is coming together great. What's that?
I said, oh shucks.
Yeah, absolutely. And Adam, I want to acknowledge Adam as well. Adam put a lot of work into the commander deck. We're working on formalizing that into a blog post, so we'll cover that when we have that as a completed blog post. But he's already put a ton of work into that, turning that Journey's commander deck into more of a combo deck. And we're actually ambitious about sharing all 5 different levels of commander with that same deck in different variants, different ways you can play it, depending on what level you want to play it at. So that's something that we're working on, making it more combo-rific, and so that's been really neat. I want to give Adam a tip of the cap on that as well. Okay,
Thank you so much, Mike.
Yeah, you're welcome, Adam. That was great. It was invigorating to see what you come up with, and Brendan and I were actually working on behind the scenes, getting it imported into Moxfield and working with you on getting that posted as a blog post for you. So awesome. Great episode again. Appreciate all you guys. Fantastic. And also, Jeremy, we're excited. Yeah, we love what you're doing. Your ideas on news is fresh. It's great because our cup is really overflowing from the blog. We're really happy with what we've got going on as well on YouTube with Law of Implication. Make sure to check that out. It's youtube.com/Law of Implication. It's a great place for news. As well, the news in the philosophy world that is really riveting and really change your life. And so Lawrence is leading the charge with that. We really appreciate it. Fantastic episode. Tip of the cap again to Tokyo Gary and the other guys. Always fantastic. So active. I noticed that there's something whenever Michael Freeman brings something up, I always pay a special attention to it from a certain angle. And Smitty, you were saying the same thing. You jumped on Michael Freeman's idea as well. And of course, Michael Payne's been awesome so many times, so many topics. All right, awesome show once again, and we will see you guys next week for Magic Secrets. Who knows what will happen in that next week? What discoveries will be made? What things will be uncovered? And we'll be doing it as friends, so it'll be a lot of fun. God bless you guys. See you on the next show.